we sit and watch it, and I know people get mad at me for watching it, but I want to watch. I want to see. How bad is it going to get? Especially when he sits on his golden throne in that palace.
This is the Jim and Terry Show, in case you haven't. I just want people to know that Jim continues the rants even when we're not recording.
I didn't know
the Jim and Terry Show coming to you from the Hobbit Hole studio in Bob Cajun. I'm your host, Terry, and with me is my good friend Jim, who's still hot under the collar. I think he's sweating too much. He's got to let the steam out.
Actually, I'm in a pretty good mood, but I was telling Terry, as you just heard, that I watch because I want to see the future as it's coming.
I want to see it unfold as it is happening because we live in the most bizarre times.
Never thought I'd see it.
Not to be one to look at movies, but Stranger Things, the Upside Down. Mm-hmm. We are in the Upside Down. Yeah. Somebody flipped the switch and we are living in the Upside Down where nothing is what it should be and it's evil.
His last press conference.
That's me, the agnostic, the atheist, saying, evil? You got me convinced. Evil exists, and it's in the White House.
Oh, evil exists for sure. Look at what they're doing. In his last press conference, which was yesterday, or was it this morning? I don't know. Yeah, there's this guy he called out from behind him, and he came out and they moved aside, and he stood beside the president and said, Mr. President, you're just the greatest president that's ever been, ever in the history of the world.
Ever.
You're just so what? And Trump's sitting there taking all this praise, all this glory, and
his head didn't explode.
It's all sickening to see these people suck-holing around an absolute blatant liar. I mean, he is a Antichrist. He really does. He's absolutely the opposite of Jesus Christ. Mm. And everybody welcomes him. Oh, yeah. Okay. All his cabinet, everybody. You're just wonderful.
The most bizarre thing I ever heard was from Kristi Noem in that meeting where she thanked the president because they got through the hurricane season. And, Mr. President, I don't know how you did it, but we have no hurricanes because of you.
Yeah. No hurricanes. Think about this. They're saying he's God. It was like when he declared peace over in the Middle East.
7 or 8 times.
When he said eternal peace. We have now eternal peace. You think you're God? It's not eternal. Number one, it was not peace at all. Many people have died, children and everything. Still, there was no peace. There was really no agreement. It was all to make him look good so that he could get the Nobel Peace Prize. And now they got some Institute of Peace down there. It's the United States Institute of Peace. He's just put his name on. Nobody knew about it. His name's it's now the Donald J. Trump U.S. Institute of Peace.
The Donald J. Trump Institute of Peace.
He hasn't done anything for peace. Nothing. All of those, ask AI. How many wars have been solved through Donald Trump? None.
Have you actually?
Yeah, none. No, I haven't done it. No, I heard the AI response.
Oh, okay.
No, not one piece. Some of the things that he's saying he brought together peace, those countries are 3,000 miles apart.
Yes.
They're not at war. Yeah. Never were.
Yeah.
He just throws things out, and unfortunately, there's still a bunch of
the base.
A bunch of the base that are ignorant, and no insult. I don't mean ignorance in a way of your stink or something, not that. But they just don't know. It's not even really their fault. It's the system they have down there. They don't really learn about the world. So he just throws out country names that are not even anywhere close to each other, says, I solved the war. You didn't solve anything.
They tell me I solved 7 or 8.
Yeah, they tell me.
Who's the they?
And they want me to have the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yes, they want me.
Yeah. Okay, what have you done? Who have you blown up? Well, you've starved to death 600,000. That's a real peace move, isn't it? You're blowing up boats in down in the Caribbean and threatening war on Venezuela. Oh, that's really peaceful, isn't it? Doing that. You blew up Iran, and I'm not saying that was a bad thing, but I don't see any actions of peace in this man. So and the way he talks, is he a peace speaker?
No.
He just called all the Somalians dirt. They're all, what do you call them?
I don't know, but the S-hole countries was the one in his first administration.
Yeah, they're all, he named them all. That was that. Now, if you go into Minneapolis,
they have a large immigrant population.
They have the largest in America. Maybe the world of Somalians. Yeah. But the mayor says they're wonderful people. They contribute like crazy. I mean, sure, there's some bad people, but there's whitey guys that blow up schools.
Isn't you know what I mean? The community They're eating the cats. They're eating
Yeah,
the
yeah,
dogs.
it's
They're
got
eating
this-
the pets of the people
yeah.
who live there. Isn't that?
But he wants to bring all of those people into jail and everything because of one politician happens to be Somalian, that lady. I don't know her name, sorry.
Ilhan Omar.
Yeah, that's why. He
Unbelievable.
don't like her.
Unbelievable. What's he going to do to Marjorie Taylor Greene?
Well,
I know you said she had a come to Jesus moment.
well, yeah, but she also had to get out of politics.
Yes.
Now, I think she'll end up on TV, but like on
As a Fox commentator.
commentator or something. But she had to get out because she had threats on her lives, you know, and that's what he does.
Okay,
you either obey him or you die.
We're focusing on Somalia just for a bit, and remember that that line that I quoted, they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the pets of the people who live there, was given by Trump during a debate, a presidential debate. That should have been the end of his career.
Yep.
Who could possibly say such inane, incomprehensibly stupid things and still win in America?
Well, that's why, you know, a lot of people believe it was rigged, that the machines this time were.
Well, do you know who owns the machines now?
Oh, no,
It's
God.
it's a GOP donor.
Oh, no.
It's all in the hands of the
Oh,
Republicans.
no.
And to remember, I told you about
I'm
the
sorry.
cyber
I'm
ninjas.
sorry,
checking it
America,
out.
you're done.
You are foobarred beyond belief.
Yeah.
In the United
It's,
States. I don't want to make us sound like we're anti-American. I'm not even sure what I am. I know I'm anti the Trump administration. I oppose everything that the GOP stands for. I believe there is no more conservative party in Canada the way there was. When I listened to our former Mulrooney, for instance, even then I look and at Joe Clark, Campbell, I look at these voices of Canada in what I would call the red Tory version, which is the middle ground of conservatism, in the middle. There is no middle anymore. It is shifted. And I know people say, yeah, it's the left who moved so far to the left that now they look... No, the left is still the left. What's moved is you've gone really far right. And we have this expression
maybe both
now.
of them have moved, but it's up to the individual to find the middle.
But in Canada, we have the Liberals who could be
Yeah.
middle and middle
Yeah.
left. We have the NDP who's left of center.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
have the Green.
Yeah.
We have lots of opportunities for you to go left if that's where you want to go.
Yeah, or go-
But the right has just the right, the conservatives, and they have shifted. And they no
Well,
longer
that's because they tied their horse again to the wrong buggy.
to the wrong maple
Trump.
MAGA
They
wagon.
like the macho puffing up at the chest, and it I hope it doesn't work.
Well,
and
let's-
I'm a conservative.
well, let's go
but
back
I
and-
don't want that kind of
Let's
government.
remind our guests, whoever our ones and twos are, that Polyev had a 25-point lead going into the election and lost. And not only lost, but he lost his own riding.
And why, Terry? Because he associated with Trump.
He rode the maple MAGA wagon.
Everything that Trump touches dies. Everything.
Well, I look forward to the Conservative Party review, leadership review, and hopefully they will
he's
see.
out.
You would think, you would hope, but
He's out.
I'm not so sure.
No, they need to draw all that in. We need to distance ourselves from our hopefully temporarily insane neighbor to the south. We have to distance ourselves. And I'm sorry, the policy of making new friends around the world.
It's an essential.
Yeah, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But
It's
I'm just
a survival
saying,
skill. We cannot depend on the
they
United
went
States.
down there and they were asking people about Canada. Why on earth would why would we want Canada? Why would we want them? They should be so grateful. They're just nothing but a wasteland. You know nothing about your neighbor. Yeah. Nothing about your neighbor. Yeah. Nothing.
Nothing about the
and
world
there's so
either.
many people like that down there. They know nothing about their closest neighbor. Think of that. How much do you have to be into yourself that I know nothing about my neighbor? You know what I mean? Nothing.
Well, they've not been accused of being the most aware citizens. American students, we've had this stereotype. American students believe they are exceptional. They believe they know the best, the most, and yet on the international test, they always perform near the bottom on international scales. So you believe you're great because you're told you're an American, therefore you're exceptional. And yet the proof is not always in the pudding.
America was built on absolute immigration.
Yep.
The whole nation. That's why the Statue of Liberty It was this beautiful, beautiful hope. And now all of a sudden you turn that hope into you think you're the best of all? Where you're now rounding up your own citizens because they're not your color or don't believe in your faith. You're ruining their lives, even killing them.
Without due process, no
Without due
warrants,
process.
nothing.
Yeah.
And you're going after the people who you don't agree with. America has fallen. I think there's a movie about that.
And I can't get up.
Help, I've fallen and I can't. I don't think they want to get up. I'm not sure that they want to survive this. That may be an implosion. I'm not sure. The Jim and Terry Show, pondering things that you'd think we had Baileys in our coffee, but we haven't. Well,
It's a computer's fault.
That's yet to come. Bye-bye for now.